Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Let's Warp Off with Kevin, and if you don't like it, you can go warp yourself. My name is Kevin, and today we'll be talking about the newest Star Trek Discovery short trek, The Brightest Star. So, I'll give you a very brief synopsis of the episode first. This new little thing I'm trying out. So essentially, the story of The Brightest Star, the newest short, essentially is very simple. It's really explaining Saru's backstory. We see a younger Saru who's tired of a life that's very predictable and safe, and we see that he essentially longs for the stars, and he successfully managed to communicate with Starfleet, specifically none other than a young Philippa Georgiou, with a very nice surprise guest appearance by Michelle Yeoh. And he finds his way of his homeworld with her. So essentially, that's what it is. But, you know, it really delved into a lot, and I know this might be my favorite one of the three so far, actually, because we learned quite a bit. We learned quite a bit and a lot of information in this episode. We got to see Saru's homeworld. We got to see other Kelpians. We got to see more of their way of life. I really liked how this episode really weaved around this basic premise, this age-old Star Trek favorite, a conflict between religion and science, basically through Saru's curiosity and the Kelpian sacrificial, self-destructive devotion to an unseen species called the Baul, I believe it's pronounced. It really frames Saru as less of a perpetual, terrified stick in the mud, and instead as a curious romantic, brave enough to sort of defy the established way of things, to satiate his sort of intellectual curiosity. And I really like that a lot. And I love, too, how there's a scene where you get to see they're sacrificing one of the Kelpians to the Baul, and it's sort of, or maybe it's sort of a device of some sort, maybe a big transporter. We're not really sure exactly, but it's a very big black monolith looking thing with like red kind of lights on the side of it. I thought that was really a cool aesthetic, like really, whoa, this is a big imposing thing, and this is crazy, like what's going on. And I really liked how the episode really showed that his decision to leave his homeworld, his planet, wasn't one driven by fear, but really it's sort of his own bravery, kind of his own desire to see sort of what's out there in the universe, you know, for him. You know, Starfleet is ultimately about a group that, you know, boldly goes, right? And so the Saru that we see in The Brightest Star emphasizes the boldly part, you know, in ways we might never have assumed about, you know, him before, or what we could see him do in Discovery. So again, like, it really did a great job of fleshing out his character, I think, the most. Whereas opposed to maybe 2 short treks ago, like the one with Tilly, like, I don't know how much it really fleshed out her character as much. Maybe we learned she had an overbearing mother, but that was kind of about it. So again, this one really, we got a lot from this. Like, I really appreciated that. And especially towards the end, the scene with Georgiou is a hugely sort of big step in actually displaying the bond between Georgiou and Saru on a very personal level. We saw this sort of alluded to in Season 1 of Discovery, but it wasn't really shown as much. And now that we kind of have this sort of initial kind of bond, and she's sort of the reason why he gets off the planet, and all of this in a conversation, I think it retroactively makes a lot more sense now why Saru, was upset at Michael Burnham even more. Because it turns out that, you know, her actions cost the life of the woman who nurtured Saru's curiosity and gave him his gateway to exploring the universe, you know, that he only dreamed of. So he didn't just lose a friend, but the most important figure in giving him the life that he now has. So, yeah, again, it really established a lot. Again, I love that we got to see his home planet, other Kelpians, his father, and he sort of makes a remark that, you know, oh, will I be able to turn back to my homeworld? And Giorgio is kind of like, I'm not really sure because I was lucky enough to make an exception for you, and this is a pre-warp civilization. You know, I probably shouldn't be taking you off, but they started with me an exception, so let's go. So again, it seems like we're alluding to the fact that Saru will again return back to his home planet, and you know, I really can't wait for that because again, I'm a big fan of Doug Jones, really big fan of Saru. So again, I think this short could be the best one out of the three. And I really hope that, again, maybe in Season 2 of Star Trek Discovery or next season that we do get to see Saru's homeworld. I think we actually may have confirmed that actually might be for Season 2, come to think of it. So, really excited for that. Yeah, again, a lot of great things. These shorts have really been able to, they've been able to do a fair amount in these little shorts, I think, for the most part. They've been very successful. I think we have one more to go before the new season starts, and that's going to star Harry. This central focus is going to be Harry Mudd, so that'll be exciting. So we'll see how that one goes. But yeah, this one I think might get 5 out of 5 smiling Kevins for me, certainly, because again, I really like Saru a lot. This really fleshed out his character even more. We got to see his homeworld, a lot of great things. So again, like, really proud, really happy. Again, comment below, let me know what you thought, and again, I will see you all again next time. Alright, see ya. Bye-bye.